Men are due in court in Washington later today, accused of impersonating federal agents and then using financial favors to get close to the First Lady's security detail. More than a dozen FBI agents raided an apartment in the nation's capital yesterday. Court documents allege that the suspects pretended to be Department of Homeland Security employees and then paid for pricey apartments for Secret Service officials.
According to the affidavit, Arian Taherzadeh and Haider Ali created a sophisticated scheme to integrate themselves with federal law enforcement. Court documents show they obtained police equipment, guns, and other items used by federal officers. Taherzadeh sent photos of himself in tactical gear to one Secret Service agent. Another photo shows him with police equipment in a closet. They went as far as using stock photos to pretend they were in a training class for Homeland Security. The two men lived at this D.C. apartment building and falsely told residents they were federal agents, even gaining access to the building's surveillance cameras. The pair allegedly gave lavish gifts and paid the rent of some Secret Service agents, one of them assigned to protect First Lady Jill Biden, and allegedly was offered a $2,000 assault rifle by Taherzadeh.
Crazy enough, these two guys who were impersonating federal agents did it for 2 years. Some of the details of how they pulled this off, they were outside of that story there. So federal prosecutors, they claim that Taherzadeh and Ali began posing as Department of Homeland Security officers in February of 2020. And since then, the two were seen flashing official-looking DHS ID cards and carried Glocks, Jesus. At the same time, they began loaning out iPhones, surveillance systems, a drone, a flat screen television, a generator, a gun case, and other policing tools. That's according to an FBI affidavit filed in US District Court in DC. So at one point also, Taherzadeh even allegedly offered a member of First Lady Jill Biden's security detail a $2,000 assault rifle they mentioned there, and loaned out his SUV, which was equipped with an emergency light, which he claimed was his government vehicle, to the agent's wife. That's also according to the Daily Beast. Also, investigators aren't really sure what their goal was. Was it to disrupt, destroy things? So they did wonder that. It's unclear what they had hoped to gain from all of this whole thing. And the prosecutors say that the investigation is ongoing, even as 4 members of the Secret Service, including the one from the First Lady security detail, have been placed on leave. I want to jump down to how they were busted really fast before you jump in, because they sneaked past all of this, fooled enough people to believe that they were really a security detail. But it was the graphic for you guys. Their scam finally started to unravel on March 14th. That's when the US Postal Inspection Service began investigating an assault on a mail carrier at the Crossing apartment building in Southeast DC, where Taherzadeh and Ali live, along with many who work for the FBI, Secret Service, Department of Defense, and the Navy. So those residents told the inspector that those two identified themselves as residents as Department of Homeland Security Investigations special agents who may have witnessed this assault. They claimed they were special police officers involved in undercover gang-related investigations and probes related to the January 6th attack on the US Capitol, is what that affidavit states. So they had to find out who these folks were. Hey, something's going down. We need some federal agents. You guys are federal agents? Come to find out, no. So this random happenstance of a crime across the street got them busted. What are you thinking, Rick? I mean, do you think we could pull this off? Maybe if we walk in and we're like, no. Hey, this is my partner. His name is Rick the Brick. I'm Jayar. We're gonna run in and we're federal agents. See these Glocks, man? You think they'll believe us?
Off nicknames alone, I think I'd get it. What I find most interesting, to be honest with you, is covering like criminal justice and like social justice reform. There are people who, as we know, are still locked behind bars for selling a dime bag of weed, having an eighth on them. And their prison sentences are like, in some cases, life, if not 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years. The conviction for these two, if they are convicted, is 3 years, $250,000 fine. So let me see if I got this straight. If you're getting baked wanting to watch LeBron or Looney Tunes, your sentence in some states is like 10 times that. But if you fake being a federal agent, okay, and you get close to the security personnel of the First Lady of the United States, your prison sentence is like 3 to 5 years. Like, What a backward ass country this is.
I still think if it was you and me got busted, our prison sentence would not be 3 years, $250,000. Not at all, bro. Not at all.